So only the best was good. Only the best was really, really good. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the city. I wasn't a big fan of Naples because like it seemed like a very, how do you say, like ghetto-ish area, quite dirty. It was hard to find food at certain times. I mean, we were there at what time? We wanted to get food at like 10, 11 p.m. and it was difficult. It was a real struggle actually. So that was not so good, I think. That wasn't so fun. And I remember the first evening when we went for food. There was nothing open, so we were left with like an Indian restaurant, I believe it was, and the issue was that this Indian restaurant only served Indian food, right? And Indian food is known to be more spicy, and I cannot handle spicy food. I hate eating spicy food. But because I was so hungry, I had no choice. And before the food arrived on our table, we didn't know that it was this spicy. So anyway, I start to eat, start to spoon my rice and shit. And then I realize, oh fuck, this food is very, very spicy. So after like 4 or 5 bites, and Sefi was with us, he knew that I cannot eat spicy food. After 4 or 5 spoons of me trying it, he asked me, do you want to switch plates? And he knew me way too well. He caught me. And I said, yes, let's switch. He had like fries and nuggets and stuff. So we switched plates. And yeah. That was our first night. And then the other days were pretty much just us gaming, walking around the city and stuff. Having a good time, basically. Having a good time, more or less. And yeah, about my tournament performance. I was in a state where I said to myself, I haven't been playing as much lately. I'm just getting back into it, so I shouldn't really be too hard on myself. And the first 2 games I won. It was against 2 Zafina players, the first 2 games, yeah. So first 2 games in tournaments, I was playing Armor King and I had to play against Zafina twice in a row. I played Armor King and I won both games. And then, I was watching the main stream because in my head I was like, okay, I have to play Jot next because I saw the bracket. I have to play Jot next. So in my head I'm going through the options that Nina has. What do I have to do? All kinds of stuff, preparing mentally for the game. And Quack and Jot, so the winner of those 2 has to play me next. I'm watching them play on stream. And I see this guy Quack, and I never heard of him, never seen anything of him. And I'm like, what? First game is over, 3 rounds straight for Quack. Okay, pay extra attention to this. And then 5 minutes later, it's 2-0. It's 2-0 for Quack. 6 rounds straight, double no round brown. And I'm like, and before that, I was in a state where I didn't really care, where I just wanted to play and give it my best. But after I saw that, I was like, shit, this guy's good. I need to focus. I need to play my very best. And yeah, after that I got a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. So anyway, we had to play off stream. And I remember using Heihachi because the reason why I like Heihachi is he has better punishment on Leo for the lows, and also he can sidestep, Heihachi can sidestep back 1-4 of Leo and launch it, and I'm confident in that. With Armor King's hitbox is too big, so he cannot do those things, plus his punishment on the lows is shit, so it wasn't the best choice for me really. Anyway, so we're playing. I win the first game, 3 rounds straight, extremely convincingly. I win the next 2 rounds, extremely convincingly. I'm on a 5-round lead to move to... I need one more round to beat Quark, move forward, and play against Momodog on stream. Then, in the 6th round, I dominate him as well. I'm very dominant the whole round. I knock him, he's like 1 HP, yeah? He's 1 pixel left. I knock him down with 112, and he's 1 HP. I'm dashing in, I'm dashing halfway in, and then I start sidewalking because I'm trying to bait a get-up kick anyway. Starting to bait a get-up kick, make him whiff, and then finish the game. What he does is, he does a spring kick. But because he does a spring kick, and I'm sidewalking, like halfway towards him, I'm like off axis, and he jumps sort of behind me. And from that distance, from that angle, none of my mids would have hit. Maybe forward 4-2, but like down forward 1 and stuff would have whiffed. So what do? Out of reflex, because I was also surprised with the situation. I was also surprised with that situation. I do down back 3 from here with Heihachi. I use down back 3, and that's like, as I said, he's 1 hit. Yeah, he's 1 hit, he dies. He blocks it, he launches it, he makes a comeback. And I'm like, okay, he got extremely lucky with the spring kick, or the fact that he recovers in such a weird crouch state. Either way, I cannot really change it, and I need to stay calm. And then the last deciding game, I just did mistakes over mistakes over mistakes over mistakes. So after being up 5 rounds straight against him, I lost. I lost 6 rounds straight. What's worse than losing 5 rounds straight? You guys are right, losing 6 rounds straight is worse. So anyway, after all of that shit, I go to the losers bracket, and I'm pissed because I said, man, he got lucky and he somehow robbed me. The punish on down back 3 was excellent, I give him that. But the fact that I had the right read on him doing a get up attack in any type of way, and me not getting a punish, just sucks on so many levels. Because I could have dashed in, blocked the spring kick, punish, and I win 6 rounds straight, you know? Then I play Momodog. But because I like dashed halfway in, then sidewalked, he jumps sort of behind me, and I don't really hit him with anything, I lose. So, long story short, I was super pissed. And then I'm like, I even said it to the people, ask Ducky, for example, if he comes in. Ask Ducky, he will say, I said to him and to who else was it? To Richie, I said, I don't care anymore. It's whatever, man, this game is shit. I don't care. Then I just sort of played for fun, more or less. I had to play against against the Yoshimitsu player. He was not a Raven, he was a Yoshimitsu player. And I won 2-1 against him. And what was a bit interesting, that normally I'm the type of person that when I'm down 2 rounds, I don't normally turn it around. But in this tournament, it was a bit different. In this tournament, when my opponent was getting the round lead on me, I normally turned it around and started winning. So 2 games, I was down 2 rounds against this Yoshimitsu player, and I made the comeback twice. So first game, I won 2-1 against him. He was up 2 rounds, I make the comeback. Then second game, he wins. Third game, he's up rounds again, I make the comeback. Yeah, I win against that Yoshimitsu player. He was a French Yoshimitsu player. After that, I have to play against Elix. Elix is a French Negan player, playing on Hitbox, in case you don't know him. You know, very good with his movement, can't really whiff against him, blah blah blah. Gotta be very, very careful. So, both games, I won 2-0 against him. And he always had round lead on me, always 2 rounds up. And then I was like, I don't know, there was like a switch in my head that just clicked. And after that switch clicked, I started winning. So I win against him. I win against Elix as well, after being down 2 rounds, 2 games in a row. I move on further, and then I have to play versus the winner of Fergus versus Siku. versus the loser of Fergus versus Zeku. And I don't know if you saw the match on stream, but Zeku actually had to play versus Fergus, and Zeku, in theory, he beat Fergus. Let me explain to you how it went. 1-1, final game, final round, or I don't even know if it was final round. Doesn't really matter, because Fergus uses down 1+2, I think 2 times in a row, and Zeku doesn't launch it. One time he launches it, the other time when he blocks it again, and that was the critical punish that would have secured him the win, instead of him using a hop kick, instead of using wild sending 2, he uses wild sending 4. Just a wild sending 4 on a launch punishable low. So what happens? Guess what happens? Because of that, as a result, Zeku loses. He loses to Fergus, and he moves to the losers bracket. Then I have to play versus Zeku, and you know it becomes a German team kill situation where either him or I move on in the bracket. And I was like, sorry, but only one of us can advance. So I went 2-0 against him, and then it's me versus Daniel Maro. T-Evil, thank you for the sub, by the way. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the story. Thank you so much for the prime. Thank you for the 56 months of support, brother. Much appreciated. So then, it's me versus Daniel Mado. And, you know, the thing is that because Quack was in winner's side finals and lost to Joka, he's waiting on the loser's side for the winner of me versus Daniel Mado. And I really, you have no idea how much I wanted this revenge. I wanted that rematch versus him. I wanted it so much. But, you know, in order for me to get there, I have to beat Daniel Mado now. And I'm like, I practiced a lot versus Daniel Mado. I generally speaking know how he plays, but it's a short set and anything can happen. So, first game, he runs over me. Just runs over me. You know, hell sweeps, down back forth, everything is connecting, everything is hitting. I become very anxious about playing against him after game 1, because like all my reads are wrong, everything is connecting, I don't know what to do. Second game, I breathe, I calm down, I said to myself, man, I know Jin, I know Daniel Mado, he's a human, I can win very well against him. I've practiced with him, I played with him, I know how he plays, stay calm, you got this. Second game, I win. So I start winning, and I'm like, okay, I understand what needs to be done. You know, be more patient, be more calm, use more mids. He's ducking a lot versus my armor king, use more mids, so I start using back 4, and they are all connecting. I make the comeback. Final game, kind of like what happened in game 1. He runs over me, he does like some unorthodox strats that at the time I was not ready for. For example, he does like back to 1 with Jin, and then on block he does hop kick. And yeah, normally speaking I would laugh about people that use these type of strategies, but in the heat of the moment, when you're nervous and when you kind of have to function in a way, it hit me. And then I lose. And I say, hey man, fair and square, well played, you know, it's all over. And that was when, you know, I was out of the tournament. And up to that point, still on that point, I was still thinking about losing how I lost to Quack. Even at that point of me getting kicked out of the tournament, I was still thinking about the match versus Quack. You know, I didn't care about losing to Daniel Mado. I didn't care about the close matches that I had with all these guys, with Elix, with all the Zafina players. All I cared about was how did I lose a game that I was 5 rounds up straight? How did I lose that? And that affected me so much that I just I was quite upset with it, but the day after I was alright again. And then it was time to cheer for the Germans, obviously. And the Germans did really, really great. I think I'm most proud of HK because he made it very, very far, and I know how much it meant to him as well to go to make it to top 8. And he took a game off of Arslan. Seffi played out of his mind, beating both Arslan and Anakin. Crazy. Tetsu making Arslan switch from Zafina. He was the only guy that made Arslan switch characters. That was also crazy. And yeah, Kaiser Kularis as well. Kaiser Kularis got to play versus Daniel Maru afterwards, the day after I lost to him. And he won against Daniel Maru. So just overall a great performance from the Germans. And then, you know, the typical players were consistent as well. Like Super Kuma he's always consistent. Joker is very consistent, especially in the last few months. He became so consistent with everything. It's really crazy. Kwis is rather consistent, I would say. So it was the tournament itself was nice. Naples as a city, don't know what to say. It's like a bit, I don't know. I felt like the city overall was dirty, and I don't know what it is, but people in Italy, they either refuse to speak English or they don't know how to speak English. It's like they have no clue how to speak the language. And imagine if you try to ask anything, they will just respond in Italian. That was also funny, yeah? Hey Evil, hello, how's it going? I also met Evil in Naples. Also a friendly guy. Also a very friendly guy. Anyway, so when we arrived at Naples, we had a taxi ride. And I was asking the taxi driver, do you speak English? It's like end of 30, early 40s. He says yes. We enter the car. What happens 10 seconds after? He only speaks Italian. And that wasn't even the issue, because I didn't really care that much about it. But what was an issue, how the people drive in Italy, in Naples. They are not afraid of God, I swear to you guys. They just... The taxi driver, yeah? He was a ghost rider for a certain amount of time. Bro, he drove on the wrong road. On the opposite road he drove. Bro, and I'm like, is this normal here? Like, what's going on? It's crazy. What the hell is going on? What is going on? And he was like doing the craziest maneuvers, and like, I don't know, I wouldn't feel comfortable driving in Italy. I'm not in Naples, at least. I don't know if it's like this in all parts of Italy, but it was crazy. Bro, niemals fährt der wie du. Niemals, Mike, die fahren wie Geisteskranke. Das ist unglaublich, wie die da Auto fahren. Niemals fährt er so wie du. Oder niemals fährst du so wie er. Krank. Hey, HJ, hello. Let's say Naples is quite unique when we talk about driving. Not every Italian city is like that. Yeah, as I said, the experience was crazy. I mean, I've seen a lot of things, but me seeing how these people drive their cars is something else, man. I was legitimately, you know, even during the flight, I saw my life pass by when the plane started shaking. You know, we had like turbulences and shit, and I was like, okay, that's it. It's nice knowing all of you guys, because I'm like, when the plane starts shaking, I mentally freak out. I just freak out deep inside. I won't say it, but I start freaking out. Anyway, so, you know, I was like, okay, danger. We had no danger up in the air, or how should I say? We avoided any big damage mid-air. Now we're on the streets again. And the moment we arrive on the streets, we find someone that is even crazier. And the guy just drives like however he wants. It's like, I even spoke to the taxi driver back on the way to the Naples airport when we flew back to Germany. And he said, you know, Naples is crazy. When the light is red, we drive. When the light is green, we stop. I said, you guys are crazy. And he started laughing. Oh man. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. That was a good time. That was a good time. That was a good time. And yeah, like a lot of food. A lot of food, obviously. Overall, a really good trip. Performance-wise, I'm not happy with how I played. But I'm not really too upset about it, considering that I've just started playing properly like 3-4 weeks ago again, and I need like more practice again. And I will try and enter every tournament that I can, whether it be online, offline. I will mostly online tournaments, of course, because it's more convenient, and then offline tournaments whenever I find the time. Plus, yeah, that as well. Now the tournament was good, lot of strong players. You know, I know that I can come back from it. It's just that I was personally unhappy with my performance, and I know that I will have this tournament. I know it's a matter of time. I will have this tournament where I will beat the shit out of people and just win the thing. I know that day will come. It's a matter of time, and it's a matter of practice, I believe. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. The Italians were very nice. A lot of people were happy to finally see me and meet me. And I was happy to meet and see a lot of people that I just knew about regarding their online name. So it was a great experience overall, man. It was a great and fun experience. Yeah, on to the next event, I would say. On to the next tournament. Do you still have the video of my grip? I have it. I don't know if I should show it, but that is something else. I don't have it on my PC though. I only have it on my phone. This is something insane. Let's watch this. How can you even hold your pet like this, bro? It's fucking crazy. You guys ready? Watch this. Look at how he's holding his pad. He's playing guitar on it. I'm gonna quit. Bro. Let's see if he switches the hand again. There you go. Oh man. Oh man. Mit so einem Adapter. Er hat hier so einen Adapter, wie du siehst. Bro, he's playing Guitar Hero. This shit's crazy, isn't it?